Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda and welcome to this important episode of Ignition Time. I really appreciate you being a viewer, being a subscriber. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. If you learn something new from this video, please consider clicking the like button. Please subscribe. Please ignite that notification button after you hit subscribe. That would be your vote of support for us and all the effort that goes into this channel behind the scenes. I want to make this video and talk to you about the forgotten man. Yes, I'm talking to you about the forgotten man. On your screen, you'll see an article that the headline of the article reads, West Virginia's surprising boom and bust tells the story of the president's promise to help the forgotten man. In fact, this story talks about the once neglected Ohio Valley, who under the president, has just boomed until this year. Now, I've actually driven through the Ohio Valley. I live on the East Coast and I own a lot of properties in and around that region. So I've actually driven through the Ohio Valley. I can tell you that West Virginia is beautiful. The people are beautiful. And I had one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life driving through that region. And I can tell you that as far as this region is concerned, there is a lot of people question whether President Trump deserves the credit or whether previous administrations deserve the credit. But that's not the focus of this video. The fact is that that part of the Appalachia, that Ohio Valley, it's basically where West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania meet. In fact, in West Virginia, many residents call the first 3 years of President Trump's administration, I quote, a gold mine, according to this reporting. In fact, you'll take a look at this chart on your screen, which shows you West Virginians working or looking for work, and you can see the labor force participation rate. And you can see that after the president's inauguration, it went straight up. It went straight up because individuals were either working or looking for work. Employment was, doing well. And I want to be clear, even at this point in time, regardless of what happens in the election, President Trump does get higher marks for the economy than former Vice President Joe Biden. So regardless of what happens next week, President Trump has done a lot of things that have helped the economy. It's pretty much as simple as that. If you're a supporter of President Trump, you'll say, yeah. If you're not a supporter of President Trump, you might frown, but it's a fact. So let's get back into the forgotten man, the purpose of this video. I want to be clear that workers without a college education in this region, in the region of the Ohio Valley that I'm talking about, did indeed experience some of the biggest gains, some of the biggest job gains during President Trump's presidency. And once the pandemic hit, the whole situation unfortunately changed. In fact, these individuals were essentially left behind. They were sitting on the sidelines for years, and finally they landed jobs in construction, in warehouses, in oil and gas fields, which, by the way, is a very important part of the economy of this region. In fact, the pace at which they were able to find jobs was something that even many economists had not expected. And so many economists had said that individuals with not much education, individuals with, I quote, low skills, would be in trouble because of automation, because of the opioid crisis. But unemployment actually fell to a half-century low. Let's show you the chart again on your screen that shows you the employment rate, if you will, the labor force participation rate in that region in West Virginia. And you'll see that, individuals were doing well because unemployment fell to a half-century low. And natural gas prices, this is important, natural gas prices rebounded early in President Trump's term, and a lot of companies started looking for a whole lot more employees. Now, I want to be clear, the president campaigned on helping the forgotten man, now, which could presumably mean individuals who don't have college degrees, individuals who essentially don't have the ability to work from home, which, by the way, has been the number one problem in this pandemic. Individuals who can work remotely have been able to recover, but individuals who are depending on jobs related to industries like oil, related to fracking, have indeed been left behind because these are individuals who essentially cannot work remotely, which is the ironic part of this economic recovery. And I just want to be clear, in February of this year, before the pandemic hit, many in the Ohio Valley did indeed say that their lives had improved dramatically during President Trump's first term, but the recession and plunging gas prices have completely changed that entire situation. So they're all wondering, is it going to be as good as it was before? And there's a lot of nervousness right there. And according to the reporting that we've used, and by the way, you'll get the link in the description section below to the resource that we've used for this video. According to this reporting, a lot of individuals are still going to vote for the president, but they are still extremely nervous. And where things stand right now, in fact, you'll see a chart on your screen which shows you a reversal in the participation, a reversal in labor force participation by education. So you'll see that labor force participation for those who are aged 25 and older, that's what's represented here, by highest level of education arranged. So you'll see that individuals in the green portion that have at least some college education, you'll see their labor force participation reduced. But if you look at the portion that's highlighted in the magenta color, in the purple color at the bottom of the chart, you'll see that those individuals essentially suffered the most and during the pandemic, because individuals who had a high school diploma or less indeed suffered the most. And you can see, if you look at the overall trend, they actually did quite well leading up to the pandemic after the president's inauguration. In fact, if you take a look at the portion that's been highlighted, it says up more than 2 points from September 2015 to Feb 2020. Those individuals did indeed do well after the president's inauguration, but you can see the extent of the dip for them, which is significantly more than the extent of the dip for the people that are represented in green who have at least some college education. This gives you a sense of where things stand right now, and many of the gains that actually took place have unfortunately been wiped away because of the pandemic. West Virginia has lost all of its jobs under President Trump, and now has 30,000 fewer jobs than when the president took office. This is just astonishing. The state's unemployment rate now is at 8.6% in September, and it is just shy of where it was during the Great Recession. Just unbelievable when you look at some of these statistics. Also, let's compare how this did compared to when the president took office. So when the president took office, up until the start of this year, up until March of this year, so from January 2017 up until March of this year, West Virginia recorded the fastest labor growth amongst all the states in the country, adjusting for population. And this was a significant turnaround compared to how they had done before. West Virginia added nearly 37,000 jobs in that period. That's 37,000 jobs. And the state's unemployment rate fell below 5%, and this has occurred only twice. This phenomenon has occurred only twice since the late 1970s. So since then, not only have all the gains been lost, but an additional 30,000 jobs have been lost, which gives you a sense of the devastation that actually exists in West Virginia. Here's a statement from Stacy Leonard, a 43-year-old truck driver who lives in Bridgeport, Ohio, just across the river from West Virginia. Nobody's drilling, nobody's fracking, there's no pipe being laid. I don't know if this area is going to pick up back or not. I'm hoping. Just unbelievable what's going on now. Like I said, most of the gains have been wiped away. Most of the gains under President Trump have been wiped away. And now West Virginia has 30,000 fewer jobs than they had when the president took office. And this is a stark example of the K-shaped recovery, where individuals who are not able to work from home have been impacted significantly more. I've talked about industries like travel, leisure, hospitality, entertainment getting impacted, but we can add oil and fracking to that list, unfortunately, as a result of this pandemic. And what's happening nationwide is that the labor force participation of individuals who cannot work from home has sunk to its lowest levels on record during the recession. It's never been like that before during the history of this country, when as long as records have been taken. So those who cannot work from home are unemployed to an extent that we've never ever seen before during our country. And this is most apparent in the state of West Virginia, where nearly 80% of the workforce does not have a 4-year college degree. Nearly 80% of the workforce in West Virginia does not have a 4-year college degree. Let's again show you the chart on your screen, which shows you a reversal in participation by education. This will give you a sense of where things stand. And again, when we focus on that region that's highlighted at the bottom, you'll see that these individuals did better under President Trump and suffered a massive decline as a result of this pandemic. Now, I just want my viewers and subscribers to understand that after President Trump took office, the Trump administration relaxed regulations on oil and gas development and expedited a lot of pipeline approvals. Also, there was a jump in natural gas prices at that time, which actually climbed above $3 per 1,000 cubic feet in 2017. And a lot of energy companies expanded quite significantly throughout West Virginia. So nearly 75% of the job growth in the state was related to energy. This is unbelievable. In fact, take a look at the chart on your screen that shows you employment levels in West Virginia. And as you can see that after President Trump's inauguration, the oil and gas pipeline construction-related jobs were significantly more than even coal mining. In fact, there were a lot of individuals who actually changed careers so that they could work in oil and gas exploration. So a lot of drilling in West Virginia improved significantly, in fact, became significantly higher. And keep in mind that the United States has been drilling for a long time, but a new boom occurred in West Virginia in 2018, and it was a record-breaking time. In fact, there were almost 16,000 pipeline construction related projects in the state during that time. There were so many pipeline workers that, as you can see on the chart, for some time, they even outnumbered, we're talking about individuals in pipelines, outnumbered coal miners in the state. Can you believe that? Here's another chart on your screen that shows you how individuals in West Virginia came back into the labor force relative to states across the rest of the country. So as you can see, that purple highlight, that represents West Virginia, that represents a rising labor force participation. And by early 2020, before this pandemic hit, West Virginia's workforce was growing so quickly that for the first time, it was no longer the worst labor force participation rate in the nation. And it had been that way since 1950. In fact, it overtook Mississippi, and it was about to pass several other states. You can start to see that how West Virginia did in terms of labor force participation relative to all those gray areas which represent the other states across the country. So again, in fact, you see the one at the bottom, that's actually Hawaii, believe it or not. So West Virginia just did phenomenally well under President Trump. And unfortunately now we have what I call the forgotten man, who's being forgotten again, not because of politics, not because of policy, but because of the pandemic. Just unbelievable where we are at in our country. Let me know what you think of this article in the comment section below. Please comment. Please become a part of our growing community. And also you'll find the link to this incredible article in the description section below. Please share this video with friends and family and let me know what you think. That's it, everybody. If you learned something new, please let me know in the comment section below. Please click like. If you like, I'll make a funny face for a like, or I don't know, I'll snap my fingers because I can snap my fingers really well. I can even do a Bill Clinton impersonation. I'll tell you what, if I get more than 500 likes for this video, I'm going to do a Bill Clinton impersonation that I promise you is going to make you laugh, and it'll probably make you see me in a different light. You'll probably lose respect for me. Thank you so much. Again, please remember to comment below and please share this video with friends and family, and let's get more than 500 likes. And I promise you I'll do a Bill Clinton impersonation in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. You can follow us on Instagram. My Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. You can also follow us on Twitter to get real-time and breaking news alerts on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. Please get your cell phone out. Send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000. And you'll get added to SMS alerts list going forward. Now, sometimes YouTube does not always send out notifications. So what you can do is simply bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. And then you can bookmark our channel and then visit the homepage of our channel at any point in time that you want. You can also, if you like, get on our email list. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and you'll get on our email list. You can opt out of the SMS list or the email list at any point in time that you want. If you learn something new from this video, please consider clicking the like button. If you like, I'll make funny faces for a like. I already did that earlier on in this video and in other videos, but here's another funny face if you want. I'll do that for the like. I mean, hopefully that was funny. I guess I'm not that much of a comedian, but I'll do my best while being true to myself. But all I ask is that you click like, because that is your vote of confidence for us and all the effort that goes into this channel behind the scenes. Also, please subscribe. Please enable notifications. Please ignite that subscribe button, because when you ignite the button, you're likely to shatter your screen Uh-oh. All right, see, we don't want that to happen, but please ignite the subscribe button, please ignite the notifications button, and also please share this video with friends and family if you learned something new. As always, please comment below and let us know about your thoughts to this video in the comment section. We look forward to having you participate in our growing community. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.